Welcome to part 2 of the petty commentary episode, Criticism is Not Evil. Now, before we begin, seeing as how we only have I think a few seconds left, let me just get something in. I would like to clarify what I meant when I said you either have the talent to be able to write or you don't. In order to be a writer, you need a few key things. Imagination, which leads into the sense of creativity, and you need to know the rules of the genre you're writing in order to break them properly and not create a knockoff. I'll get into more of that later, but right now, let's just finish this.
Emphasis on the trying, but, yeah, you're amazing.
Do I even need to repeat myself at this point?
And no one has the right to criticize you, so...
Again, yes, they do, because anyone who criticizes an author and has logical criticisms like the story's getting too redundant, repetitive, or cliche, and they just want to see improvement, and most authors are wise enough to give us that. And I'd like to point out another thing. Note how she's speaking in this video as if she's trying to consult Stephanie Meyer, who's probably had her feelings hurt by all this criticism. Bullcrap, she's probably laughed most of it off. And except with the Midnight Sun issue, I can understand she got real irritated with that.
Yeah, I support you.
Good for you. Again, it's great that you support her, but don't get all upset just because there are those that don't.
Everything that you do.
Yep, and with that, we're done. Closing thoughts. If you like Twilight, that's great. If you hate it, that's great too. We are all entitled to our opinions here, folks, and, we shouldn't be fighting over something so menial as what someone says. Just because someone says they don't like something doesn't make it law. And another thing about writing, being a writer, one of the many aspects, if you're going to be influenced by a story, you have to take it, there's only a certain length you can take it before you have to cut the influence off and start going on your own sense of creativity. A writer I'm not that familiar with, known as Roman Dirge, stated in a interview on the Invader Zim DVD, I think it was the second one, he stated how he doesn't allow anything in the outside to influence him. And at first I thought, how can you just shut out influences completely? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Up until I actually looked at some of my own works and how they started becoming ridiculously similar to their influence, and I thought, oh, I now see what he means. Because if you're influenced by a certain book or form of writing, you have to be careful not to have it look exactly like your influence. You have to put your own spin on it, otherwise you'll be destroyed. And with that, people, we are done here. Toodles.